David Ortiz, or Big Papi, was not just one of the greatest names in baseball history, but a symbol of perseverance and overcoming adversity. His journey began in an uncertain environment, but it ended as one of the most glorious stories in sports history. When he arrived at the Boston Red Sox in 2003, no one could predict that he was about to become a player who would not only change the fate of a franchise, but also become the hero of an entire city, breaking an 86-year championship drought. But what truly made him an icon wasn't just the home runs and victories. It was his ability to show up in the most critical moments and become a legend under maximum pressure. I'm Alder Santos, and welcome to our channel, Legends of Baseball. Ortiz's impact goes beyond the numbers. He was a leader, someone who knew how to motivate and inspire others. On the field, his powerful hitting and his talent for clutch moments made him unbeatable. Off the field, his captivating personality, his love for Boston, and his ability to connect with fans and teammates made Ortiz a unique figure. He wasn't just a player. He was the beating heart of the team, the face of the franchise, and for many, the greatest hero Boston had ever seen. His journey isn't just about wins and losses, but about how he changed the game for both the Red Sox and baseball itself. Watch this video until the end to discover the impact of David Ortiz, Big Papi, who changed the history of baseball and won the heart of Boston. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments. What was the most unforgettable Ortiz moment for you? But what makes David Ortiz such an incomparable legend? What turned him into one of the most beloved and respected athletes in sports history? Throughout his career, he faced adversity, overcame personal and professional challenges, and became a figure who transcended baseball. What he represented to his fans, teammates, and the city of Boston was something few athletes have ever achieved. In this video, we will explore the true story of Big Papi and how he became a living legend who continues to inspire generations far beyond the four lines of the field. David Ortiz, better known as Big Papi, is a name that echoes throughout every corner of baseball, especially among Boston Red Sox fans. His story is one of perseverance, talent, and unforgettable moments, making him one of the greatest sports heroes in recent history. Born on November 18, 1975 in the Dominican Republic, Ortiz grew up in an environment where baseball was more than just a pastime. It was an ingrained passion. From a young age, he demonstrated a natural gift for the sport, standing out among his peers. His journey began with a youth baseball team in his hometown, where he quickly caught the attention of scouts. His skill with the bat and his presence on the field were impressive, and he was soon noticed by minor league teams. However, Ortiz's path in baseball was not immediately guaranteed. In 1992, he signed a contract with the Seattle Mariners, but it wasn't long before he was traded to the Minnesota Twins, where he started to develop his professional career. In Minnesota, David Ortiz made his first appearances in Major League Baseball, but it was during his time with the Twins that he began to shine. During this phase, Ortiz made notable progress, particularly with his hitting ability. However, Ortiz was still not the Big Papi the baseball world would come to know. In 2002, he was released by the Twins, a moment that could have marked the end of his career. But like many great athletes, he refused to give up on his dreams. The pivotal moment in Ortiz's career came when he was signed by the Boston Red Sox in 2003. For many, this was the moment that defined his destiny and transformed his career. He finally found his place on the team that would later become his home. From his first game, Ortiz showed that he was ready to write his name in baseball history. His combination of strength, discipline at the plate, and presence on the field quickly set him apart as one of the league's best players. In 2004, Ortiz achieved his first major feat with the Red Sox. He was one of the pillars of the team that broke the curse of Babe Ruth, leading the team to win the World Series after an 86-year championship drought. This title wasn't just a victory. It was a historic milestone for the Red Sox and for baseball itself. Ortiz played a crucial role in the win, with a performance that crowned him a national hero, one of the greatest moments of his career. During the 2004 World Series, Ortiz stood out for his ability to hit in clutch moments, a trait that would become his signature over the years. His pinpoint hits and calmness under pressure impressed both fans and analysts. But what truly made Ortiz special was his ability to show up at the most critical moments. His clutch hits were a trademark of his career. He seemed to always appear when his team needed him most, and this earned him a legion of loyal fans. The famous Big Papi was also known for his charismatic personality and commanding presence. In the locker room, he was a leader, and his impact off the baseball field was as significant as on it. In 2007, Ortiz repeated the feat of 2004, again leading the Red Sox to a World Series title. He became an even more revered figure in the city of Boston, a true icon of his era. The 2007 title solidified Ortiz as one of the greatest players in Red Sox history and further cemented his place as one of the best hitters in the league. His performance was not just solid, but also thrilling for his fans, always delivering in critical moments. During these years of dominance, Ortiz became a central figure not only for the Red Sox but for baseball as a whole. He was a symbol of determination and perseverance, always demonstrating an unconditional love for the game. His impact on the city of Boston transcended the baseball field. Ortiz became a local hero, someone who represented hope and overcoming adversity for a city that had experienced many sports disappointments before his arrival. One of Ortiz's most notable qualities was his ability to bounce back from adversity. Even after difficult seasons or injuries, he always returned stronger, showing everyone what it meant to be a true champion. His work with the Boston community was also something that marked his career. Ortiz wasn't just a baseball player. He was an active advocate for social causes, always striving to improve the lives of those around him. Ortiz continued to break records and impress fans and critics throughout his career. He became one of the greatest hitters of all time, achieving notable milestones like 500 home runs, a feat that few players have been able to accomplish. His career numbers are impressive. Over 2,400 hits, 541 home runs, and more than 1,700 RBIs. These numbers reflect his consistency and ability to turn any game into an opportunity to shine. In 2013, Ortiz had another unforgettable moment in his career, especially when he delivered a powerful speech after the Boston Marathon bombing. His words, starting with "This is our F***ing city," became a symbol of resilience and the spirit of Boston. This speech, during a time of pain and suffering for the city, further solidified the bond between Ortiz and Boston. He was not just an athlete, but a leader who inspired his city to move forward. The 2013 season was also historic for Ortiz, who played a crucial role in securing his third World Series title. Once again, he stepped up at the right moment, becoming the hero Boston so desperately needed. Throughout his career, Ortiz was also recognized with various individual awards, including the ALCS MVP award in 2004 and 2013, showing that he was not only a talented player but a born winner. His ability to adapt over time was one of the keys to Ortiz's success. As he aged, he adjusted his playing style, always finding ways to stay relevant at the highest level. Ortiz's longevity in MLB is one of the hallmarks of his career. He played for 20 seasons, becoming one of the most enduring figures in the history of the sport, something few players can achieve. His ability to perform at a high level for so long was a reflection of his commitment to training and his work ethic. Ortiz was always an example of how dedication could lead to success, regardless of age. Throughout his career, Ortiz also became one of baseball's greatest advocates. He often spoke about the importance of keeping the game relevant and working to increase the visibility of the league, especially among new generations of fans. After the 2016 season, Ortiz announced his retirement, leaving behind an unmatched legacy. The city of Boston and baseball fans worldwide felt the loss of one of the greatest sports icons. Ortiz's farewell was marked by a series of emotional tributes, both in Boston and other cities. He was cheered at every stadium he visited, receiving love and recognition for his incredible career. His final season was that of a champion, with Ortiz finishing his career with a strong offensive performance, proving he still had much to offer to the game he loved so much. After his retirement, Ortiz remained an influential presence in baseball and the community, participating in various charity initiatives and promotional events, and becoming a commentator and a respected figure in the sports world. In 2022, Ortiz was finally inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, a well-deserved tribute to a player who not only changed the history of a team, but also influenced generations of players and fans. Ortiz's induction into the Hall of Fame was celebrated as the final recognition of a career that defined an era in baseball. He was not just a good player, but a cultural icon, a figure who transcended the sport. During his induction ceremony, Ortiz became emotional as he spoke about his journey, his teammates, and his connection with the Boston fans. He expressed gratitude for all those who supported him over the years. Ortiz was always an advocate for teamwork, and he took pride in his contributions to the collective success of the Red Sox. He never considered himself the center of attention, but a vital member of a team that achieved great feats. In addition to his contributions on the field, Ortiz also excelled off it. He invested in various businesses and remained an active voice for improving living conditions in the Dominican Republic and beyond. David Ortiz's life is a true story of overcoming adversity. From a player who was discarded to become one of the greatest heroes in modern baseball, he exemplifies what it means to never give up and always fight for your dreams. Big Papi became a legend because he didn't just play the game. He played it with passion, charisma, and a generous heart. His ability to connect with fans and teammates made him even more beloved. His career is also a testament to the power of hard work and resilience. David Ortiz never settled for mediocrity. He always strived to be the best, and that's what makes him truly special. Beyond the statistics and achievements, Ortiz's legacy is also a lesson in leadership. He knew how to inspire his teammates and always had the ability to motivate those around him to reach great heights. Ortiz's impact on baseball goes beyond his numbers and accomplishments. He helped define a new era of the sport with his dynamic style of play and his ability to be decisive in moments of pressure. As one of the greatest hitters of all time, Ortiz proved that being clutch was not a matter of luck, but of talent and preparation. He studied the game and positioned himself for success, regardless of the circumstances. Ortiz's transformation from a young prospect to one of baseball's greatest icons is one of the greatest success stories in sports history. He showed the world that with hard work and determination, anyone can achieve their goals. His relationship with the city of Boston is one of the greatest chapters in his story. He was not just a Red Sox player. He was part of the soul of the city, someone who was always there for his team and his community. David Ortiz's impact on baseball goes beyond his impressive on-field accomplishments. Over the years, he built a solid reputation as a player who always delivered in the most critical moments. His ability to react under pressure was unparalleled, and he became a sports icon for his ability to make a difference when it mattered most. Since his arrival with the Red Sox, Ortiz was more than just a powerful hitter. He became the soul of the team, someone his teammates could rely on in moments of tension. Many of his teammates mentioned that his presence in the locker room was inspiring, and his confidence at the plate helped elevate everyone around him. Ortiz's connection with the fans was something unique. He never hesitated to show his love for the city of Boston and its fan base. He knew how to make fans feel special, with simple gestures like waves and handshakes, always showing his gratitude for the support he received. In difficult moments, like during the 2013 Boston Marathon bombing, Ortiz not only represented the Red Sox, but became the voice of a city. His reaction to the tragedy showed that he was not just an athlete, but a community leader always ready to help his city overcome adversity. Ortiz also had a significant impact on international baseball. As one of the most successful players from the Dominican Republic, he became a symbol for other young athletes from the country. His journey served as an inspiration for a new generation of players, showing them that with dedication and talent, it's possible to reach the top of global sports. Although his career was marked by numerous highlights, such as the famous Big Papi moment in the 2004 ALCS, Ortiz's consistency was also one of his greatest qualities. Over more than 20 seasons, he was always a reliable presence in the Red Sox lineup. His power at the plate was remarkable, but what really set him apart was his ability to show up when the game was at its most intense. Whether it was a home run in a decisive game or a clutch hit in a low moment, Ortiz was always ready to step up and lead his team to victory. Ortiz's relationship with his manager, Terry Francona, was also key to the Red Sox's success. Together, they formed an unbeatable duo, with Francona helping to shape Ortiz's career and lead the team to 2 World Series victories. They were more than just colleagues. They were long-term friends and partners. During Ortiz's glory years, baseball underwent a series of transformations. The era of sluggers was marked by fierce competition, and it was in this context that Ortiz stood out as one of the greatest hitters of his generation. His approach to the game was always modern, but also rooted in the traditions he deeply respected. The Red Sox, during Ortiz's years, were a unique team, combining talent, personality, and determination. Ortiz was the centerpiece of this team, but there were other key players who helped him achieve success. Together, they formed an unbeatable unit capable of winning not 1, but 2 World Series titles. Ortiz was more than just a player. He was the heart and soul of the Red Sox franchise. His ability to motivate his teammates was something that set him apart. Always ready with a word of encouragement or a firm look, he became a mentor both on and off the field. The rivalry between the Red Sox and the Yankees is one of the oldest and most intense in sports, and Ortiz played a central role in several editions of this epic battle. He was responsible for some of the most memorable victories against the team's biggest rival, showcasing his ability to rise to the occasion in the most important moments. The matchups between the Red Sox and the Yankees, often referred to as the Classic, were the perfect stage for Ortiz to shine. He knew what it meant to face the New York team, and his performances in the series against the Yankees became legendary. It wasn't just about winning, but about dominating the stage under immense pressure. In addition to being an icon on the field, Ortiz also became a major personality off it. He appeared in numerous commercials, television shows, and charity events, always bringing his positive energy and unique lifestyle to the public. His presence on screens and in the streets of Boston made him one of the most recognizable athletes of his time. In each of the World Series victories, Ortiz wasn't just a key player. He was the face of the achievement. He was responsible for many decisive moments, becoming the absolute hero in a city that had endured so many years of sports frustration before his arrival. Throughout his career, Ortiz was widely respected for his work ethic and for being an advocate for clean sports. In a time when baseball was facing issues related to the use of banned substances, Ortiz maintained a clean and intact image, earning respect both on and off the field. Ortiz's personal life also reflected the character and humanity he conveyed on the field. His involvement in charity work and his dedication to improving the lives of people in the Dominican Republic, his home country, were aspects fans admired most about him. He always remembered his roots and used his fame to create positive change. As an icon of Boston, Ortiz also played a significant role in moments of unity and reconstruction for the city, such as after the Boston Marathon bombing in 2013. He symbolized the strength and courage of the city, and his iconic phrase, "This is our ing city," became a rallying cry of resistance and hope for all the residents of Boston. While his career was marked by numerous victories and accomplishments, Ortiz's legacy is not only about that. He will also be remembered for his ability to fight through adversity and overcome obstacles. His rise from obscurity to greatness is an inspiration for athletes of all generations. The combination of his natural talent and his tireless work ethic made Ortiz one of the most complete players in baseball history. He wasn't just a great hitter. He was a true leader, capable of inspiring everyone around him, no matter the situation. Ortiz retired from baseball in 2016, but his influence is still felt in the sport. His approach to the game and his love for competition continue to inspire players, coaches, and fans. He proved that with dedication and a winning mindset, anything is possible. Ortiz's impact on baseball is immeasurable. He not only helped redefine the role of the hitter in the modern era, but also played a central role in the cultural revolution that transformed the Red Sox into one of the most successful franchises in sports history. The end of his career was a celebration of greatness, with people recognizing his importance not only as a player, but as a symbol of perseverance and courage. His final season was a tribute to everything he represented during his years of service. Since his retirement, Ortiz has remained a presence in baseball, with his voice being heard on different media channels, whether as a commentator or participant in events celebrating the history of the sport. He is not just a figure of the past, but a continuous presence in baseball's history. His induction into the Hall of Fame in 2022 was the final recognition of a career that made history. Not just as an excellent player, but as a true sports hero, someone who transcended the playing field and became a cultural icon. David Ortiz's legacy is undoubtedly one of the most significant in baseball history. He wasn't just a star, but a legend who changed the course of a franchise, inspired generations of players, and captured the hearts of fans. He will be remembered for his moments of glory, but also for his charismatic personality and his ability to make others feel part of something bigger. Ortiz was never just a baseball player. He was a true leader and an example of how sports can unite and inspire. As time passes, the story of David Ortiz becomes richer. His on-field accomplishments continue to be celebrated, but his influence as a leader, symbol, and human being is becoming increasingly evident. And so, David Ortiz remains one of the greatest legends in baseball, not just for his numbers, but for the impact he had in all aspects of the lives of those fortunate enough to witness him. He proved that the true legacy of an athlete is not just in the records or titles they achieve, but in the impact they leave on those around them. Ortiz's legacy will not be measured only by victories, but by the inspiration he continues to offer future generations. David Ortiz is undoubtedly an example of perseverance, talent, and leadership. His career will always be remembered as one of the most impressive in baseball history, but it is his humanity, his dedication to the team, and his ability to connect with fans that make him truly unique. Ultimately, the story of David Ortiz is the story of a player who never settled for the minimum. He always sought excellence, always challenged himself, and through his determination and passion, became a living legend of the sport. Baseball will never be the same without him, but Ortiz's legacy will continue to shine, inspiring players and fans to aspire to greatness. He is more than a legend. He is an indelible part of the history of baseball and the city of Boston. As the years go by and David Ortiz's memory becomes woven into the fabric of the sport, his contribution to baseball will never be forgotten. His name will always be remembered as a synonym for excellence, determination, and leadership in the sport. As a player, as a leader, and as a person, Ortiz represented everything baseball should be. He was an example of how sports can be used to inspire, educate, and unite people, showing that with passion and hard work, anything is possible. His story is a reminder that the greatest victories don't always happen on the field, but in the way athletes impact the world around them. David Ortiz did this brilliantly, and for that, he will be eternally remembered. The legacy of Big Papi is immortal, not only for his home runs or titles, but for the lives he touched and the lessons he taught to all who followed his journey. He is undoubtedly one of the greatest legends in baseball history. David Ortiz, known as Big Papi, was not only one of the greatest hitters in baseball history, but also a figure who transcended the sport. His journey is a testament to perseverance, dedication, and passion, qualities that made him an icon not only in baseball, but also in the lives of everyone who followed him throughout his career. Ortiz not only stood out for his impressive numbers and unforgettable moments, but also for his ability to inspire others. His presence both on and off the field was unique, creating a deep bond with his teammates, the city of Boston, and his fans around the world. His impact went beyond victories and records, and his influence on baseball will continue to be felt for many generations. He was a central figure in one of the most successful franchises in the history of the sport, helping lead the Boston Red Sox to World Series titles and changing the culture of a team that had endured long periods of frustration. Ortiz was also a symbol of resilience for his city, especially during difficult moments, such as the Boston Marathon bombing in 2013, when his words became a rallying cry of strength for the people of Boston. In addition to his skill on the field, Ortiz became an example of leadership, ethics, and generosity, always giving back to the community and using his fame to create positive impact. He was an advocate for clean sports and a role model for young athletes around the world, especially in his homeland, the Dominican Republic. Ortiz's legacy is not only measured by numbers and titles, but by the way he connected with people, inspiring them to fight for their dreams and overcome obstacles. He will be remembered not only as a great player, but as a true leader and mentor. His induction into the Hall of Fame in 2022 was the ultimate recognition of his great career. But for many, the legend of Big Papi transcends the formality of any award. His name will be remembered not only as one of the greatest hitters of all time, but as a man who made baseball and the world we live in a little bit better. David Ortiz didn't just play baseball, he lived the sport, and the sport lives in him. His journey is an example of how passion, determination, and kindness can transform someone's life and inspire millions. As we reflect on David Ortiz's career, it's impossible not to notice the profound impact he had on baseball and his city, Boston. More than the impressive numbers, the titles, and the decisive moments, Ortiz represents the essence of what it means to be a true leader. He didn't stand out just for his ability on the field, but for how he inspired his teammates and fans, becoming a figure whose presence transcended the limits of the sport. His career teaches us that greatness isn't only about winning, but about how we handle challenges, how we rise after setbacks, and how we help others overcome as well. In his journey, Ortiz showed that to achieve success, talent alone is not enough. It requires tireless work, the ability to face difficulties, and above all, a winning mindset. He began his journey far from stardom, But over the years, he was able to shape his career and identity, becoming an example for millions of young people around the world, especially in the Dominican Republic, his home country. His rise from obscurity to living legend in baseball is proof that with dedication, effort, and passion, even the greatest dreams can come true. The way Ortiz handled pressure also teaches us valuable lessons. He never let himself be shaken during crucial moments, whether during the tensest games or in times of adversity off the field. His performance in decisive moments was not only the result of his natural talent, but of his mental and emotional ability. He knew how to stay calm when everything around him was at stake, and that made him one of the greatest clutch hitters of all time. Deep down, this mentality is one of Ortiz's greatest legacies: the ability to stay focused and deliver results when most needed. Additionally, Ortiz's contribution to the city of Boston, especially in moments of tragedy like the 2013 bombing, reflects how he used his fame for a greater good. His iconic phrase, "This is our F********ing city," resonated not only in the hearts of fans, but in all those who needed hope and strength. He was much more than an athlete. He was a symbol of resilience, a source of courage for the city, proving that sports can be a powerful tool for healing and uniting a community. Ortiz's legacy is also deeply connected to his authenticity. Throughout his career, he never strayed from who he truly was. He was always approachable, genuine, and immensely grateful for his journey. His relationship with fans was unique, and he knew how to give back the positive energy he received. Ortiz didn't see himself just as a baseball player. He saw himself as part of something bigger, with the responsibility to be an example not only on the field but off it as well. His dedication to his community, both in Boston and the Dominican Republic, reflects his character and his vision of what it means to be a true icon. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more fascinating content, and activate the bell to receive notifications. And be sure to leave a comment. For all he did, David Ortiz will continue to be a revered figure not only by baseball fans, but by all those who believe in the power of sports to transform lives and unite people. He was and will always be a legend. The end of his baseball career was just the beginning of a new phase, but the legend of David Ortiz will live on forever, both in the hearts of fans and in the history of baseball. In the end, David Ortiz will be remembered not only for his titles and records, but for the way he touched the lives of those around him. He will always be Big Papi, the hero of Boston and baseball. Until the next journey, dear baseball-loving friends.